Hey, what's going on, everybody? Sorry if my microphone sounds a little extra shitty today. I'm actually recording this at work on my phone. I'm actually on my lunch break right now. That way I can get these new spoilers out to you guys as soon as possible, because I have a few new spoiler photos for you guys today. And one of these photos is actually another clue as to what is actually going to take place in one of next season's episodes. Now, I'm assuming if you guys are watching this spoiler video, then you are probably aware of the plot leak. And if not, the plot leak basically states that Season 7, Episode 6 is going to feature a wide variety of characters that go on a mission together north of the Wall. Apparently Jon Snow, Tormund Giantsbane, Gendry, Jorah Mormont, the Hound, Thoros of Myr, and Beric Dondarrion are set to go on a dangerous mission together north of the Wall. And they are planning to go behind enemy lines to capture a white to take south, to show all the Lords of Westeros that there is in fact a threat beyond the Wall that needs their undivided attention immediately. And if all you guys have been up to date with all the spoiler videos that I have released, then you already know that pretty much everything about this leak scene has been confirmed through photos and reports. The leak said that Jon and this team is going to get surrounded on a frozen lake by hundreds, if not thousands, of whites. And spoiler photos have shown us that they have built a set with massive green screens on a man-made frozen lake, which is exactly what it said. Plus a report also came out about over a month ago that said that they already cast over 300 people that they're going to use as whites, and then they're going to add a lot more with CGI. And the leak also said that Jon would be with several characters that he has never interacted with before on the show, which were very specific characters. And all those characters have arrived and been spotted together several times. And the leak also said that Jon's going to be nearly killed, but this time his Uncle Benjen's going to show up just in time, and he's going to sacrifice himself, that way he can save Jon. And the actor that portrays Benjen Stark has already been seen with this odd grouping of characters several times in and around the set. And most recent spoilers have pretty much taken all doubt out of my mind. With all the information, it's very hard for me to say that any of this is fake. The Game of Thrones production team have moved the cast and crew to Iceland, where they're going to be filming for the next couple of weeks. And this isn't the first time that Game of Thrones has filmed here. They love to use Iceland's icy and treacherous looking landscapes that are perfect for scenes they want to shoot north of the Wall, which is exactly what they're going to be doing here right now. Anytime Game of Thrones is filming in Iceland, you can bet their ass they're going to be doing scenes north of the Wall, which makes perfect sense for these characters to be here, considering the leak said that this is going to happen, and everything else leading up to this point has been more or less confirmed with all the photos and reports that we have gotten over the past couple of weeks and months. Jon Snow, Jorah, Thoros, and Gendry have already been spotted in Iceland a couple times as they prepare for their scenes, so that just leaves a few other characters left to be seen to completely confirm this part of the leak for me. Which leads me to today's spoilers. As filming continues in Iceland today, a couple more photos and reports have came out about what is actually going to take place and who's going to be there. And as you can see in this photo, Sir Davos Seaworth has arrived in Iceland, and he has been seen hanging out with Gendry. But what does this actually mean? Does this really mean that Davos is going to go north of the Wall with Gendry and Jon and the rest of the guys? Not exactly. If you remember from some of my previous spoiler videos, the reports have stated that Davos is going to travel with them from Dragonstone, which is pretty obvious from most of the photos because you can see Davos with Jon and Gendry and Jorah heading north. But those reports have said that Davos is not going to go north of the Wall. He's basically going to stay at the castle on the Wall, which is Eastwatch by the Sea, which is a seaside castle with a Night's Watch. And if you check out these other new spoiler photos, you can see that the crew has set up on the beach, and you can actually see that there are 2 boats on the beach. I'm assuming that Davos and Gendry are going to have some scenes together next season, probably with just the 2 of them as well. Considering they were hanging out together, probably right after shooting, without any other characters. I think it's safe to say by now that Gendry and Davos have a very nice relationship together in the show, considering Davos did save his life back when Melisandre wanted to sacrifice him for Stannis, but that's when Davos snuck him out of Dragonstone and sent him on his way. And that's when Gendry, for the next couple of years, joined the Westeros Olympic rowing team. But the plot leak says that Jon's going to arrive at Eastwatch by the Sea, and that's apparently when Tormund is already there, and he has a Brotherhood Without Banners member locked up in the jail. The Brotherhood are supposedly on a mission from the Lord of Light to fight the White Walkers, which does line up from where they left off at the end of Season 6. If you remember in one of the last episodes, the Brotherhood actually told the Hound that they were heading north to fight a greater evil, which does sound like the perfect group of guys that Jon's going to need to go on a mission like this, considering they are already motivated to do this. But why would Tormund already be there before Jon? I'm thinking Jon might have sent him to the Wall while he was at Dragonstone. Or possibly when Jon was getting ready to leave Dragonstone, he could have sent a raven to Winterfell telling Tormund to meet him there. And that's when Tormund could encounter the Brotherhood Without Banners members. But I can't figure out why Tormund would have one of these guys locked up in the jail cell. I can really only take a guess and assume that one of the Brotherhood members was possibly trying to steal some food or some weapons or horses or something like that to take with them north of the Wall for their mission for the Lord of Light. Or possibly they could have tried to cross the Wall without permission and they could have gotten a fight with one of the Night's Watch members, and that's how one of them could have ended up in jail. I'm really not too sure, so if you guys have a good answer for that, please comment below because I'd love to know and be able to piece this together a little bit more accurately. And you guys always give me some great answers. But I think when Jon gets there and he hears that these guys also wanted to go north of the Wall to fight the White Walkers, I think Jon's probably going to offer the guy a deal that's in jail. Assuming that there is a man locked up in the cells, which I'm going to assume is accurate because everything else in this leak for this episode has been accurate, I think Jon's probably going to grant him his freedom as long as he helps him on this mission to capture a White. But I think there's something interesting here that I should mention. If you notice in the leak, it mentions Thoros of Myr and Beric Dondarrion by their name. But when it mentions that one of them is in jail, it doesn't give the person's name. It just says a Brotherhood Without Banners member. So I'm thinking the person that's in jail must be a different member of the Brotherhood. Because I think if it was Thoros or Beric, it would actually say their name. So I think this could be one of the guys that goes north of the Wall with them on this mission. It might even be their archer, which would be a nice addition to their team. So do you guys think that this Brotherhood Without Banners member could be one of the extra unknown characters that go north of the Wall? Or could the reports be wrong about Davos? Could Davos actually go with these guys north of the Wall instead of just sitting there waiting for them at Eastwatch by the Sea? If you watched my last spoiler video, you would know that there is at least one or maybe even two extra characters that are going to go on this mission north of the Wall. Because the leak originally stated that only 7 people in total are going to go. But in the photos, you can actually see that there are at least 8 or 9 people traveling together that are wearing the exact same type of clothing in search of a White. Now that Davos has arrived in Iceland, could he end up going with Jon and company? I think this is very interesting. Or could the Brotherhood Without Banners member that Tormund has locked up in jail be the extra character that goes? I think either one's pretty likely, and that's what I'm leaning towards. Possibly another Brotherhood member, or maybe Tormund has another wildling with them to help them navigate throughout the treacherous landscapes north of the Wall. It's still a little too early for me to tell who that other character may be, but with Davos in town, I think he could end up going with these guys. But the t-shirt that I'm giving away for whoever guessed the right person first is still going to be up for grabs. Until I see Davos actually with these guys, or at least wearing the same type of coat that these guys were wearing, I can't guarantee that he's going to go north of the Wall with Jon to get a White. So stay tuned because there's going to still be filming in Iceland. They're probably going to be there for at least another week or so. And I guarantee you we're going to get a lot more spoilers still to come. And also, I have 2 more breakdown videos about the plot leak that I need to do for you guys. And after I get those out to you, that's when I'm going to do that Gendry video that I've been talking about. I'm going to explain exactly what the hell Gendry has been up to and what he's about to do in the future. It's not only going to be a Season 7 prediction, I'm going to explain Gendry's entire purpose for coming back in his endgame, which I'm very anxious to dive into, so stay tuned for that, my friends. But before I go, guys, I want to recommend a few Game of Thrones channels, which some of you who are very hardcore Game of Thrones fans are probably already aware of. But if not, check out Don Willie and Cal's Fucking Chickens channel. Don Willie has been an amazing part of this community, at least for me. He has supported me ever since I first started making videos. He was one of my first subscribers, actually. I'm not even sure how he came across any of my stuff. But he has welcomed me into this community with open arms and has done nothing but shown love ever since. So I can't recommend his channel enough. He was one of the channels that I actually watched personally before I ever made any videos of my own. So definitely check him out. He's one of the godfathers of this whole Game of Thrones YouTube videos community. And Kyle's Fucking Chickens, me and him have been talking recently. He's a great guy. He's shown me nothing but respect as well. And me and him got some future projects lined up. So stay tuned for that, because me, Kyle, and Dawn are going to be doing some live streams within the next few weeks, which is something I'm going to start doing more of to add to this channel. Now that I got some new equipment coming, I've been reaching out to other Game of Thrones channels so we can start doing some collabs together. So go check out those 2 channels, please. Get familiar with those guys if you aren't already, because very soon I'm going to start putting out some videos with these guys just to add a little bit different flavor to this channel, give you guys a little bit something different, a little different perspectives. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that, and I know I can count on you guys to show them the same amount of love that you guys have always shown me. I appreciate you guys for that. I love you guys for that. But comment below, guys, because I want to get your opinion on this. Why do you think Tormund was already there before Jon was there? And why do you think Tormund has the Brotherhood Without Banners member locked up in the jail cell? Let me know what you guys think about that. And as always, thanks for listening. Thanks for the support. I will see you guys in the comment section. Bye.